brain drain. Hey, Mr. Mayor. My name is Ashley Spinelli. I'm a 9-year-old girl who's a member of Recess. I'm kind of starting to like the fifth grade. What do I mean? Well, back in the day, fifth grade was a struggle for me the first few days because you were graduating from that grade by the end of the school year. Well, obviously, I never graduated from that grade due to the fact that ever since recess was canceled, we've been stuck doing lessons about history and plenty of it. Now, I understand history is one lesson you learn in school, but I've been learning about it every Wednesday, and it's not hard. Enough of the chit chat. Let me discuss what happened to me as a recent, so don't trot a lot out of here. There's a lost episode of Thomas and Friends that was weird and funny. I never watched Thomas Tank Engine in front of my parents because there was a rumor about Lil being hit by a train years ago. I even heard from my friend TJ that his sister Becky turned to an engine or something to tape of the missing Thomas video. This all happened when I was walking down the street with my dog Duncan because he needed some exercise, and so did I. Meanwhile, I heard something rumbling as if an earthquake was coming. It wasn't until I heard a sound of loud yawning. I turned around to see the Empire State Building with a face and some arms, while singing about how not to be a racist and plenty of her. I made it stop singing by giving the middle finger and kept walking. Later that evening, I came home really very tired. I wish I could tell you what I've done in the past hours, but it's none of your business how I spend my life. The next morning, I received a knock on the door. I was greeted and visited by Mr. Badger, claiming that we would be sneaking the videotape out of the studio where Toss and Friends was filmed. We managed to submit to the office, and everyone else was gone to the place being closed on Sundays. Other than the guys that I had forgotten on my prize to have hat mug. Little did I know that I was about to discover something that would completely destroy Thomas mythology and possibly explain the apocalypse theories related to Thomas and Friends that are swimming around the internet. I switched the camera on the way out and went back home. When I got back home, I turned my VHS player on and inserted the tape. I got some milk on the previous roll, even its cheeseburger with a slice of chicken in the middle. The Thomas and Friends intro played as normal. The episode was called Duncan Sugar Rush. It started with Thomas, who was right on the rails, with coaches Eddie and Claire on him. The narrator didn't sound like his USA acting, never his UK acting. He sounded more like a German and Russian English person. This is what the narrator said. It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor, and Thomas was taking some children to the seaside while dozing on some drugs. That confused me because I'd never seen any of the trains take drugs or eat any food. The narrator claimed Thomas was going to visit Renee's at Scarloey. He arrived at the place only to find Renee's his driver drinking beer. He saw Scully's driver eat a cheeseburger even though he was a vegan according to an ID that he showed. Thomas thought that was strange. Then Duncan came to the station and said, I'm going to say the N-word. It wasn't until September Hatch showed up and hit him with a baseball bat telling Duncan not to be racist. Meanwhile, Thomas was coming down Warren's Hill and saw Duncan again. For some reason, he was on a normal train track, and he said, Hey, Thomas, want some beer, mate? Thomas said, Sorry, Duncan, I'm far too busy. Duncan said, What the hell is wrong with tank engines? And then Duncan's drummer gave him a sip of Coca-Cola while doing beer noises. That shows the inside of Duncan's eyes as a mix of soda went into his brain. Duncan let out a loud, happy scream and immediately puffed up super fast down the track. Then he rushed by Thomas. Thomas had said, What was that? Thomas replied, saying, I don't know, sir. Duncan might have went into a sugar rush. Duncan went super fast until he crashed into a house with the station master in it. His wife was super angry as she said, You piece of shit! You killed our children! And for some reason the tape abruptly stopped there. The video was useless anyway, so it didn't matter. By now, VHS tapes have gone over with, and people have moved on to DVDs, streaming services, and other stuff. That's when something really bad happened the next day. I was playing some Kingdom Fighters 13 on my PS3 until I heard a knock at my door. I know you're tired of the cliches, but this is serious. When I opened the door, I was spotted with what looked like dark green soldiers as puppets. I tried asking them if I could help them with something until they got a large bag around me in there. I screamed like crazy asking for someone to help. I wish I could have called 911, but I left my cell phone in the house. The dark green puppets sent out a spray that put me to sleep. I woke up at a hospital noticing a man who looked like he worked for the government. He said, "Don't worry, Spinite. The only reason you're here is because of the fact that Brooke Offcroft claimed that entertainment of the Lost House and Friends episode was stolen by you." I saw that the man had some assistants such as Richard Thatcher, Remy the Rat, General Asquith, Vendetta, Scrooge, and John Arbuckle. They got some tools that are used for plastic surgery, and just as Jefferson Davis gave me a shot to put me to sleep again. While they gave me surgery, I had a dream where I was in a hot tub full of cheese sauce. I rubbed some cheese on me until I noticed that I was completely naked in the dream. When I got back up, I realized that I had become a tree! I looked a lot like Renee's, and that's who I was. I wish I never accepted that master plan with Mr. Badger, and now I had to go to court for item theft. I was sentenced to spend a day in jail. Nobody ever talks to me anymore for my crimes. That's all my fault. The end.